Hey everybody, here's another update on Shipwreck, the 68520 Datsun that I'm building, or 1300. I've got some work done on the interior. I've got these seats. I got a killer deal of free on them from a buddy of mine. He bought them for one of his projects, and they never worked out for him. They were too small, or some reason that he just didn't like them. They sat in his shop for a while, and he offered them to me, and I said, yeah, I'll buy them from you. And he's like, I don't want money, just take them. So I did. I can't beat free. But I've got a lot of work done on the interior wise. The floors aren't in. They are tacked in right now because I'm waiting on getting some 1-inch DOM box tubing to run across the floor and to go over the drive shaft back here, right between the seats. Keep the drive shaft from fucking killing somebody if it breaks off. And the dash, I'm going to go with this gauge style. I'm thinking about 85 millimeter, or I think like 3.5 or 3 1/4, 3 3/8. That's what it was, 3 3/8. Gauges, we're gonna have a tack and a speedo, and then we're gonna have 352 or 2-inch gauges there, and another one up there for oil pressure up on the hood, because I want it to be right in my line of sight. So if this thing ever drops oil pressure, I know immediately. Because I've already cooked a couple of small block Chevys in the past from not watching the oil pressure, and they were burning oil, and I didn't know how much oil they went through, and they burned it up. So, yeah, definitely something I've learned from, and I will be adapting into this build. I also have the rear end dropped down all the way, as low as it would go, from the garbage. I've not been out in the shop a whole lot. I've been more focusing on this put together. It has been quite a lot of work to get it this far, and I've still got a lot of work to go on it, especially with this. The speedo, I had to weld it back together down at the end. It snapped off right there at the little gear, so I had to weld it back together. And then up here is dry out of grease, so it whines anytime you get above like 10 miles an hour. Same with the tack. The tack started screaming really loud. So I decided that I'm just going to unhook it and let the cable ride down there for a little while until I can get it pulled apart. Probably is going to go with different gauges. But this has been a lot of work, getting all the little problems here and there fixed. Got some new tires on it. The old ones were really rotted. As you can see, with all the dry rot cracks all the way around it on that one, and then the rear tire on one spot on it, I don't know if I'll find it. Yeah, right here. Starting to dry rot crack on the tread, which really scares me on a rear or a front tire being dry rotted. On another note, I do have some good news. Tomorrow I will be going and picking up a 1977 Datsun 620 bullet side. It is a king cab. It originally was a camper, so it has nothing on the back here, just like this. Well, I have my bed, but I'm looking for a 620 bed for it. But originally was a camper, and then the kid that bought it knocked the camper off of it and put a flatbed on it off of a Toyota. And I'm going to go buy the truck from him tomorrow. It has a blown head gasket, which is A-okay by me. It's got an L20 in it, which I can rebuild those all day long. They're like a sewing machine. It's a king cab, so normally the king cabs, I believe, come with a short bed. So I will be buying a long bed and cutting it to fit where the wheels are going to be here and fit nicely up against the back of the cab. Because it was a camper, the back window, the guy I'm buying it from, or my cousin actually, he said that the guy cut it down farther and all the way down to here on it, and then put in another window out of a different truck, he thinks, or maybe it's plexi, I don't know. But I can always deal with that stuff. As long as it doesn't leak, I'm fine with it. I will be putting a bed back on it, or maybe I'll find a flatbed. I would like another bed, and it's already got a welded diff, and the Toyota diff's already welded. So I'm thinking I'm just going to build it into a drift truck, because I was originally going to build this one into it, but then I started getting drag racing parts, so that's kind of where it went. Plus, all that weight in the front isn't really going to make it real happy in the sliding area. Oh, you can hear my shop kitties. This is Norman. He's the kitten that just appeared over here one day. I think his mom had him under my house. And then this is my shop kitty, Finn, and he has half a little tail. He's a Manx kitty cat, so he's a very, very special kitty to me. And he's about 2 years old now, and he is very, very obnoxious and loud. He makes his presence very known out here. So yeah, if you guys want to stay more up to date on the next couple of builds, including this one getting finished, hopefully here soon, I should be getting some more parts to get it done. The 77, I will make another video tomorrow, hopefully, on it to show you guys what it's all looking like. I will probably clean it up a little bit just so it isn't as nasty. It is a project. It, like I said, has a blown head gasket, and I will need to replace some parts on it. He said he was driving it, and the radiator fan hit the lower radiator hose, blew it out. He didn't know, and drove on it with no coolant, and overheated it. And then he put a new hose on it. Now it smokes really bad, so I'm like, I'll go through and do some top-end stuff, and hopefully the bottom end's still good. But yeah, if you guys want to stay more up-to-date on the builds, and more up-to-date on just what I'm doing in general, go follow my Instagram, linked in my bio. Thank you guys for checking me out.